rafts that came out of Cuba. I mean, you see everything from trucks with outboard motors on the drive shafts with inner tubes all tied around them in 50-gallon drums to, you know, pieces of welded aluminum and big flat full of air. And everything in the world is used. People are anxious to make that crossing, and they are willing to take a chance for a better life, and they use whatever they can find that's available as a resource to make that possible. And there's something really creative about that. There's something about the human spirit and the desire to better yourself, the desire to use what's at hand fully that I admire. I was raised on a farm. I remember one day we were plowing the field, and rain was coming. We had some oats to get in, and the tractor, the switch went off. The switch went off on the tractor, and it was, you know, 20 minutes into town, and the rain was coming, and we had to get it done. And my grandfather walked up to the barn, and he took a wall switch, like that switch right there, one of the square wall switches, just pulled it right out of the wall, walked out, undid the two wires to the tractor, put one end of the switch on the wire, one end on the tractor switch, on the other end of the switch, and let it hang there dangling down, and he switched it on, and the tractor came on, and we finished harvesting, right? And there was this thing that happened right there for me. I looked at that and I thought, wow.
You might be a redneck.
I might be. And I am a redneck. And the thing that I thought about it was, you know, things are not at all what they seem, right? That color that's coming off of that print right there, that Tornado Spirit print, right? We were all in agreement that that's like red-orange, okay? Now, let me just tell you one thing here to begin with before I talk about anything else. The color that actually is a strange blue yellow green. That's the real color of that. That's the reality of that color. Now, here's what's happening. Is all of the chromatic, all of those light waves are going and they're hitting that, and the actual color of the material is absorbed. When you put a green filter on a camera, it filters all the green out because green takes the green out of the light. And the light that bounces back to your eyes is the trash color that is not the color of that.
That's amazing.
So what did the judge say?
The judge said, when I told him that, he said, "You are drunk." but in reality, the situation is that there's a whole lot in life that's going on beneath the surface. And there's a whole lot of things we as a culture take for granted. There's a whole lot of things that because the phenomenon of the trash light bouncing back from that blue-green makes us all agree that that's an orange or red, okay? So truth, in one sense, truth is us all agreeing that's red because we're sharing that experience. Reality is that's a damn blue-green. So there's reality and truth, right? Those are two different things. Now, figuring out how you're going to communicate that to people is like a really interesting process. How are you going to do that? If you see something and you know something that other people are standing here going like you are now, whoa, is that right? If you're fixing to try to communicate that to somebody, how do you do that? Somehow you got to make them really comfortable. Somehow you got to give them an image that they feel comfortable about. Somehow you got to tell them something that they believe in, they trust you, and then you deliver this weird piece of information. And everybody goes, well, I guess he's, you know, okay, maybe he sounds like he knows what he's talking about, right? So you get the benefit of the doubt. So, okay, there's a raft. Now, in my work, the raft is a stage set for a little drama. It's like a little Bertolt Brecht play, okay? All these little characters in my raft pieces, they're all having little fights and intimate exchanges and crazy things going on, and it's all a little stage set because it's confined. And the sails sometimes make the shape of a theater
Curtain, that curtain.
Right, okay. And inside that compositional element is something going on. A dog scratching at fish, or a plant growing, or something changing color. And it's all happening in this little stage, this little dramatic stage. So the raft is a place where things are isolated in my work. And the stage set is a place where I'll let you figure out what's going on in between the characters in these things. But I set up interesting possibilities, okay? So, this print was made, Larry was printing and I would be engraving, and we would work along on the print.